Look, welcome back to Scars from the Playground. King Yella responds to Yella Beezy being charged with murder for hire for the death of Moultrie. Look, I want to remind everybody that you're innocent to proven guilty in a court of law. Drop it in the comments. Let's get into the content, fam.
This guy is alleged to have been paid $40,000, and they're saying that he got that from Yella Beezy. And, they're going to, it's on the state to prove, but, man, it looks real bad right now for Yella Beezy in his case. Because, I don't know, it seems like this guy, he doesn't seem wound too tight. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally saying what I think he looks like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's the keep it solid type, if that's the case, because, I don't know, this could be all bad for Yella.
Man, we don't know nothing. You don't know nothing, man. There's a lot of people getting in courtrooms, man. It's, like I said, it's either me or you. And who you gonna pick? Who you gonna pick? There's only a certain amount of people that's gonna stay solid. Murder for hire. Murder for hire. You hire somebody to murder somebody. Where else you get this information from? That's not nothing you just come up with or nothing. Oh, murder for hire. Yella Beezy, 5 years down the line. Come on, man. 5, 6 years later. You know?
Yep. So the story was...
There's a mole around. Huh?
Now, the story says that Marquise Conway, Yella Beezy, they allege that Yella Beezy hired Keywan White to carry out Mo3's killing, and he paid him that for $40,000. So that's their case. That's actually the actual state's case.
Hey, listen to you, man. God bless her. God bless you, Yella, man. I hope you overcome it. It just be the streets, man. It used to be cool, man. All this used to be homies, man.
It seems like that. That seems like the trend, right?
A lot of it don't realize, man, even for the Chicago if had came together, man, had so much paper, man. So much paper. But then again, who else was gonna rap about? What was gonna talk about? Selling drugs? Change to drilling, so that probably wouldn't even work no more.
Yeah, well, what do you think about saying like the new Dallas movement where you got billionaire Zoe, you got these, or zillionaire Doe, or where you got, or Montana 700, where they basically talking about getting money,
Yeah, they trapping, Boss Man D-Lo opened that door back up again, man. They used to make a lot of made trap music, man. Then all this killers came about it. That's what was talking about. Then in real life, before that was half a brick, whole brick. Hey, you feel me? It was trapping. Even me, you gonna listen to my music at the time because at the beginning, you gonna listen to all my old songs at the beginning, and that's what I was talking about. Straight drop in the kitchen, whipping. Yeah, 8 ball, yeah. That's what it was talking about, like, cause that's what it was doing for real. So when it doing that, that's what I'm saying. Then it just so happened. I mean, used a couple lines and bring up, play his ass, say something. But majority of it used to be trap music, man. Gucci, everybody trap, Jeezy trap. It was trap. Wasn't really talking about no. You gotta realize now you got a whole 2-3 minutes, the whole song talking about killing. The ops, shoot them in the top, kill them, switch glizzies. Everything is about gun, demonic, man.
Yeah. When that used to be an aspect, but it wasn't the primary aspect. The primary aspect was always getting money and getting girls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, getting money, man, that was the main thing.
Now, what do you think about what you see going on in Atlanta, where you have like a Metro Boomin trying to go back to the swag era almost with that latest album that he dropped? Like trying to change up the narrative there in Atlanta a little bit, get a little bit away from the streets,
I ain't heard it, but man, that's what it's about, man. Try to get the world, man, needs to get off that same be stuck in that same little bubble. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of these don't make it too far, live too long, because that's all they know. Shoot them up, bang, bang. Did. But that's what Metro doing, man. That's wild of applause, man.
His whole last project, man, he had like Young Dro, he had like Travis Porter. He just took it back to that whole era right there where you can almost picture the sound when you say those names, where, it was all that, the black boy, white boy swag, that type of rap. And, you know, nobody out of that era really got shot. You know what I'm saying? Crazy like
it was fur. All it was fur. All the way. Turned that. All that time, it was fur.
Yeah, and that's a better, I mean, I can't say it's a better scene because creativity is going to do what it's going to do. You know, people going to use their creative vices or their creative abilities to make amazing music in any type of way that they see they can make it. So when you pointed at drill, they're gonna be as creative as possible in drill and make some dope music.
Yeah,
when you pointed at, you know, getting money, they're gonna be as creative as possible as doing that, it seems like.
But a lot of they talking about get money because niggas get no money. They don't talk about these want to go buy a gun, a new Glock with a switch over it, or walk around in the house and post it on Instagram, but act like they killing people. And then never did nothing. Now force your hand, and now you gotta kill somebody. Now you in jail for the rest of your life. I wish the Furrow era come back, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. 07, 08, 9, 10, 11 was still fun, 12 was still fun, but that's when it started changing. It started for me. But 07, 08, I even go back to 05, 06, 07, 8, 9, 10. Like, them were the best times of my life, man. I was having a ball, man. Life was amazing, man. There was no, at that time, man, you know, I ain't had no worry. It ain't had no demonic thoughts, no nothing, bro. No, you know, that had all his brothers and homies, and, you know, life was great, man. And, you know, sometimes, you know, man, sit, man, and you realize, like, the older you get, man, you be like, man, for me, I miss that, like, you know, because now it's like a stuck, but, you know, life goes on, man. You know, you can't dwell on the past, but, you know, eras and times change as far as every decade or whatever. The 80s was different from the 90s, the 90s different from the early 2000s, mid 2000s. You know, everything is a new generation every time, you know what I'm saying? The life change, even follows the clothing, to the walking, the talking, you know what I'm saying? Because probably people even like back then, I know, like, probably in the 90s, bro, I miss the 80s, or people from the 80s, I miss the 70s, you feel me? Like, but even like the 70s, the 60s, life was, I know life was beautiful, like, even though, you know, slavery, but like, that wasn't slavery, but people made music like Al Green, Johnny Taylor, like that type of music, you know what I'm saying? That real love making music, that soothes your mind, man. A lot of this rap, man, is demonic, and it's crashing our people out, man. It's crashing.
Now, do you think that we could get back to like a SoundCloud fun rap era type of deal? Like, no, maybe not SoundCloud, but
we ain't gonna be able to do it because we got a generation that just wants switches and drums and sticks, and this generation is lost.
Look, shout out King Yella, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna take it from here, fam. Why? Because he know what he talking about, but he down there don't. He's walking on a fence. He's walking on a fence. He don't want to get on the other side of things. Plus, this is Texas business. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Ain't no nigga from Chirac can tell you what's going on in Texas or what didn't happen in Texas. He can just kind of speak about it for content purposes. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Yella Beezy, he's in a world of trouble. It ain't looking good for him. You know what I mean? When you're in Texas and you do some Texas shit like that, it never works out well. They try to put your ass under the jail. If they can tie you to the crime, you're gonna do the time. You know what I mean? Even if they can't, you know what I mean? It's Texas, nigga. Texas law is, I ain't gonna say it's crooked, but it's one-sided. Yeah, it's one-sided. You know what I mean? If they can point you, ping your location or ping that you done paid this, the 40,000 or any of that, you're gonna be in a world of trouble, sir. But I give it to Yella Beezy because he holding it together very well, bro. Yeah, very well. He changed quite a bit, but he's still been making music and still been doing his thing, fam. Given that he's facing some shit that a nigga don't want to be facing, you know what I mean? He's handling it quite well. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Shout out Yella Beezy. I know a lot of people thinking like, I thought you fuck with Motree. I did fuck with Motree, But if you fuck with Motree, you understand Motree was a bully. Yeah, Motree was a bully. They all fighting for territory and acknowledgement that they don't need and territory that they don't own. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. The man owned it. You know what I mean? So you could have left that shit alone and go did your own thing. Move out of Dallas. Why do everybody think that just because you're from a place, you are born to stay there? That is just where you were placed. You know what I mean? You must go explore the world, man. Maybe you'll live a little longer if you stop worrying about the bullshit. It never quite made sense to me why people get money and really live up to the motto, more money, more problems. You would think you would chill, bro. You're kind of out of the rat race, but you want to be in it. You want to be hood. You want to be gangster. My nigga, you could have had this shit. You know what I mean? Just being honest with you, bro. A nigga give it all up to change his financial situations. You know, it's just being honest. When you're really there, you're really from them bricks, bro, you understand what I am saying. You King Yella type nigga, cool, but like I said, that's his knowledge, his game, localized. And that's no shot to King Yella. I like him. You know what I mean? I like him. When you see the tattoos and all that type of shit, and you realize he from Chicago, you feel like he that. But nah, he ain't that. You know what I mean? Cool nigga, but ain't quite that. Just kind of looks the part. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Yella Beezy, wherever y'all, nigga, get ready, because it's about to be the fight of your life. But if you make it true, my nigga, you gonna be on top of the motherfucking world. All you gotta do is put out that good music. You know what I mean? Like that song you put out with Wale for Lauren. Everybody must go check it out. Wale for Lauren, Yella Beezy, and Maxo Cream. See, I'm all about the music. I'm not about the main. You know what I mean? When you put out them good songs, a nigga say you need it in the game. You know what I mean? Now you shit lame, take him. You know what I mean? But look here, bro. As long as he put out some good music, he alright with me. Yeah, and they can't pick sides when it comes to street shit. That's what niggas got to understand. Drop it in the comments, man. Pretty soon I'm gonna be the man. They got me on community strike, so I'm kind of walking on the fence. I get the content I get. I give the content that you get. You know what I mean? But you know, right now I'm kind of just chilling and kind of pacing it. Why? I don't need no more trouble right now. Not right now. Now, once this community strike pass in March, you will see how live I am. I'm not even going, well, you know, I can't say that. Every night is different. Every video is different. You know what I mean? You never know what I'm going to do on this motherfucking when I'm going to surprise folks. I'm just being honest, just being real. Go check out the music. Streaming everywhere. Scars from the Playground. That is my name. I did name a song that too, but that is my name. A lot of people gonna be like, bro, your monthly streams are down. Yes, because I changed my name. I am the artist formerly known as Chris Magic. I had 5 million streams under that name. But guess what? When you change, and you must just go with it. And that's what I did. But drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Hype my shit up, bro. We going up no matter what, never stopping, because I'm popping. I'm guerrilla podcasting. Means I podcast everywhere I go. That camera must come out. It's gonna be a show. You know what I mean? This is art. Not many people can take something and craft it the way I do. You know what I mean? I don't even, bro. I give people the respect of. It's like I'm citing where I got the information from when I show you the video and show you the information, because people want to know. You know what I mean? But the best part of the show is me. You know, Scars from the Playground, the G, the young OG. I've been OG since 18, bro. Do I look like the OGs all old and wrinkly and whack 100-ish? No. Young OG, bro. We're taking over the game. You know, it's a new generation. Man, drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. You ain't got to be 60 no more. You know, you ain't got to be 50. You ain't got to be 40 to be considered an OG, nigga. You could do this shit at 23. Scars from the Playground, man. Just being honest, just being real, man. Just drop it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace. If they throw it, I'ma catch it or play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.